Assalamu alaikum. I welcome all of you for the environmental class. Today's class is for the 12th, and the topic that we are going to discuss is International Union for the Conservation of Nature and its red list. The International Union for the Conservation of the Nature is a union with more than 1,000 government and NGO member organizations and about 11,000 scientists through about from 106. Its purpose is to preserve nature, and for this reason, it seeks to solve the most urgent environmental problems. The International Union for the Conservation of Nature is composed by 6 commissions, among which there is the Species Survival Commission (SSC), which have more than 10,000 volunteer experts from all over the world distributed in different working groups. The International Union for the Conservation of Nature and the Species Survival Commission are the responsible of celebrating the red list. The red list of the threatened species is an inventory of the conservation state of the plant, animal, and fungus species. It evaluates the risk of extinction of species in case no conservation action are taken. This list is produced following objective criteria that permits to classify the species in 8 threat categories so that it is easier to compare the different taxa. Let's see them, which are the IUCN categories. There are different categories. Number 1 is the least concern category, LC. When the taxon cannot be classified in any of the following categories, it is said that there is a least concern for the conservation. जिसको ज़्यादा तवज्जो न दी जाती हो उसको कहते हैं least concern. Then there is near threatened. When a taxon cannot be classified in any of the following categories, but it is close, it is said that it is near threatened because in the near future it will possibly classified in some of them. The dwarf cassowary is a bird that could be current Velociraptor has this category. एक और है हमारे पास को कहते हैं vulnerable VU. When a taxon is considered to be facing a high risk of extinction in the world, it is classified as vulnerable. The 2 examples are whale shark and the basking shark, the 2 biggest fishes in the world and feed on planktons. Endangered. A taxon is endangered when facing a very high risk of extinction in the world. An example is the aberrant likes. Critically endangered is a taxon is critically endangered when faces an extreme high risk of extinction in the world. An example is the Mediterranean mock seal. Extinction in the world, EW. It means that only survives in cultivation in the captivity or as a neutralized population well outside the past range. Extinct. And taxon in the extinct when there is no doubt that the last individual has died. An example is the thylacine. Vulnerable, endangered, and critically endangered categories are those that show a threatened condition of the species. So an endangered and a show and threatened species are not exactly the same. Endangered and critically endangered species categories are those that show a threatened condition of the species. So an endangered and a threatened species are not exactly the same. Moreover, there are 2 other categories for those species not evaluated. Data deficient DD, when there is inadequate information to make an assessment of its risk of extinction. Not evaluated, NE, when it is not yet been evaluated. Thank you, my dear friends, for watching.